you got to link me at the coffee shop.
Just blind some people in the process, you know, nothing that deep. Channel and happy new year, and welcome to those of you guys who are new to my channel. Hi, my name is Debbie. Hi. So I hope that you guys all had an incredible New Year's and are ready to tackle 2020 with positivity and success and absolutely everything positive. Anyway, I'm gonna not get sidetracked and going off on that kind of tangent. So today I show you guys how I created this makeup look, and I also showed you how I styled my edges, my baby hairs. So if this is something that you want to see, how to create this kind of Insta Baddie makeup look, then just keep on watching.
Give me a call and you have the rest of the money. Probably sooner better than later, I think. Did you finally meet me, Will?
Okay, so I've already moisturized my face with my just general like daily moisturizer, and now I'm just going to moisturize my lips. This is the Dr. Lip Balm. You can get it from Beauty Bay. It's kind of similar to Lana Lips. It's vegetarian, but it's not vegan for those of you guys that are interested, but the brand is cruelty free as always. So I'm going to start with foundation. Oh no, I'm not going to start with foundation. I'm going to start by correcting my under eyes. This baby hair is really annoying me. I'm just going to say that now because I feel like it's going to be a thing for this whole video, so just, you know, disclaimers, putting it out there. I'm going to start with my under eye corrector, and this is the Becca under eye corrector in the shade medium to deep, and I'm just going to use my finger and just apply this under my eyes. Now I'm going to start with foundation, and I'm going to be using my Hourglass Stick Finish foundation, and this is in the shade Golden Tan. I've been obsessed with this because it gives the most like flawless base, and when you're doing an Insta Baddie kind of makeup tutorial, like you'll notice that they all have the most like flawless skin, like their base looks unbelievably flawless, and this gives me the most airbrushed finish, so I like to use this. I'm not going to go with too much because then it can start to look cakey over time. So I've put a few stripes on my face. But actually, before I do that on the forehead, I'm just going to use my Morphe concealer in the shade C2.65, and I'm just going to use it to cover up my blemishes. I don't know what's been going on yet. I've had bare spots recently, so they're in the process of going, but they've just got a bit of redness. So I'm just going to make sure all of that is cancelled out, so we've got a nice clean canvas to start the foundation. Alright, so now I'm just going to add some to my forehead and my nose and my chin. And to blend this out, I'm going to be using my IT Cosmetics brush, and this is brush number 7. It is unbelievable. It's like, seriously, like, it's insane. Okay, so now I have blended all of that out. I'm going to go and do my brows, but I'm going to do that off camera. And if you guys want to see how I do my brows, I will link it in the description box. It's linked in the bottom of all my videos. And that's how I get that typical kind of like faded arched brow, which is quite like an Instagram style. So if you guys want to see how I do my brows, then follow the link down there, and I will see you guys in 2 seconds. I don't know what this was, but apparently you'll see me in 2 seconds. Okay, so brows are now done. They are looking way more Instagrammable, so... Alright, so now I'm going to be priming my eyelids, and I'm going to use my Morphe C2.65 concealer. So I'm literally just going to take it straight over my lids, and I'm going to blend it out with a beauty blender. And I'm not going to lie to you, the beauty blender is not damp because I could not be bothered to get up and make it damp, but it doesn't really matter for this, it's not the end of the world. And I'm going to set it with my Laura Mercier translucent powder, so I'm just getting it out and ready, and I will just bake that on top of my eyelids once this is all blended out. And now I am taking my Morphe 3502 palette, and when I tell you this is like my most used palette, I absolutely love it. So I am first going to start by taking a mixture of 3 shades. So I'm going to take this one, and this one. I'm going to use that first, and then after that I'm going to deepen it up with this colour over here, which is my favourite, as you can tell, because I have hit pan. It's the perfect shade of brown. I absolutely love it. So I'm just going to slowly work them 4 colours in, and then we can move on. So I'm taking the colour on the outer corner and I'm going all the way up, and I'm going quite far up as well. This is just a little something to add dimension to the lids without going too crazy, because you'll notice that all the like Insta Baddie makeup styles are quite simplistic. They are very extra but simple. They're very simple glam. So I'm just taking a bit of brown so that the lid doesn't look 2D, and I'm just fading it outwards. I'm not taking it in the crease, I'm literally just taking it on the outer like third of my eye and going outwards slightly as I go up, and I'm blending it into the base that we've got so that the edge isn't too harsh, but all the colour is just on the outer corner. So now I am going to be taking this dark brown, it's a matte shade as well, and I'm taking a really small smudger brush, and I'm going to take this very close to my lash line just to give it some extra definition, and yeah, kind of like smoke out that area a little bit. Okay, so I've also just taken a matte black eyeshadow and I've smudged it close to the lash line, and I've taken those dark colours and kind of winged them upwards. So now I'm just going to blend the transition a little bit with a brush so it doesn't look too harsh, so it all kind of melts into each other. And now it is time for lashes. So for that whole Insta look, your lashes need to be literally like 5 miles long. So luckily they're kind of my standard ones. So I'm going in with these ones which I got from eBay. I will link them down below, and they're in the shade, not the shade, in the style D22. And I'm just going to apply them with my Eyelure lash glue and some tweezers, and then we can revisit the face. Okay guys, so the lashes are now on, and I'm really liking how this is looking, you know, it's like a low-key smoky wing kind of vibe. Alright, so back to the face. So now we are going to contour the nose. Obviously, you know that that whole Insta thing has like, it's like the most contoured, snatched everything. So I'm going to be cream contouring my nose, which I do every day anyway because I literally cannot live without my cream contour on my nose. So I'm taking my Bare Minerals foundation stick in the shade Chestnut number 9, and I am just going to draw 2 lines on either side of my nose. And now I'm going to take the other side of my It Cosmetics number 7 brush, and I'm going to use this to blend out the nose contour. So you want to do it so that you don't lose the definition, but it doesn't literally look like 2 lines have just been drawn on your nose. Okay, so now it should look something like this. And I'm going to leave that there for now, and we're just going to go to concealer. So I'm going to use my Too Faced Born This Way concealer in the shade Natural Beige, and I'm just going to apply this under my eyes. I'm not going to take too much of this, and you'll see why. And now I'm going to take my Cover FX concealer in the shade G Medium 1, and this is like really, really brightening and yellow because I really want a very bright snatched under eye. So I'm drawing literally like so much on top. So I love the coverage of the Too Faced concealer, but I want the colour of this, so I mix the two together. I let it sit for just a little bit, and I'll just like air dry it low key. And now I'm going to take my beauty blender and just blend all of that in and set it with my Laura Mercier translucent powder. So you also want to make sure that you're taking the concealer up the sides of your nose to assist with your nose contour. So I take it literally up to where I've drawn the line on either side, like this, so it makes it way more snatched. Okay, so sorry if the frame looks a bit different, my camera died, so love that. So now I'm just going to highlight the center of my nose. So for this I'm going to use the Morphe concealer because this one's a little bit stiffer, so it stays where you place it a lot easier, so it helps my nose contour to look like 100 times more snatched. So I absolutely love this. So I'm just going to dot it down my nose and blend it out and set it in the same way. Now I'm just applying a bit of concealer to my forehead to even out the colours. And here I'm just applying some translucent powder to the sides of my nose, and this is just going to neaten up anything that looks a little bit messy on the nose contour. Okay, so I baked the sides of my nose just to kind of like snatch the nose a little bit more, and now I'm just going to brush off any excess powder that we have. Lightly set my chin area. And now I'm going to finish the eyes. So I'm going to take this, I'm going to take this shade over here, this brown one, and I'm going to use that on my Sigma Flat Definer E15 brush, and I'm just going to take this on the outer corner. I'm kind of like tight lining with this, but also smoking out, but more in like a crisp way. I'm just like packing on the colour. So I'm taking the outer corner and I'm linking it up to the shadow we did on the top, and literally just moving the brush side to side on that outer corner so it creates that winged out look while still defining the bottom just a little bit. Okay, so now we're going to finish up the eyes. And we're going to take some mascara and just apply this to the top lashes to kind of blend them into the falsies. Okay, so now I'm going to take my Fenty bronzer in the shade Island Ting. Make this really precise and sharp. So I go from the top of my ear and concentrate most of the colour there, and gradually bring it down and make it as sharp as I can.
I wouldn't blame you. It's a tough scenario when they go full sorority hole on you.
Yeah, she's our boss. You leave me gifts every day. I enjoy them as friendly offerings.
Okay, so now I've just bronzed and contoured my face. I'm going to take my NYX Sweet Cheeks palette, and I'm going to take the coral shade, which is this one over here, and I'm going to apply it to the apples of my cheek, and I'm gonna drag it up so that it blends into my bronzer. A lot of blush has become very like in recently, so it's a very Insta thing, especially running it on the nose, which we are going to do in a sec. So I'm gonna take this little fluffy blending brush and lightly take some of that blush, and on the tip of my nose I'm just gonna go up the sides where I've contoured and on the bottom, just to give it that kind of slightly cutesy look. Now I'm just going to neaten up the contour, and I'm going to take my beauty blender and my translucent powder and just carve out underneath. And I'm just going to bake that area to neaten it up. Okay, now it's time for highlight, and that is a major Insta thing, so this needs to really stand out. So I'm going to take my All Nighter setting spray from Urban Decay, and I'm going to spray my face first. And now I'm going to go in with highlighter, and I'm going to take my Champagne Pop from Becca Cosmetics, and I'm going to take it in the loose form because I just prefer the way the colour kind of comes out. I don't know, I just prefer it. So I'm going to find my highlighter brush. I'm going to take my Morphe M451 brush and take some of the loose highlighter and apply it to the top of my cheeks. Just blind some people in the process, you know, nothing that deep. Oof. I think we need a moment of silence. Can we just take a minute, please? Oof, dripping! I'm dripping, oh my god. Now I'm just gonna wet my little brush with some setting spray, and I'm gonna apply this to my inner corners and my brow bone. Okay, so now it is time for the lip, which is my favourite part. I've decided I want to go for a glossy lip because I feel like that is more like current Insta Baddie vibe. Yeah, so I'm going to do that. So I'm going to take my all-time favourite lip liner, which is in the shade Intimidate from NYX. and I'm going to use this just to line the outside of my lips. Now I'm going to fill the center with this lip gloss from Smashbox, and it's in the shade, I don't know how you say it, but it's like Michelada. And I'm just going to put this in the center. Now I'm just going to move to the hair. So I'm going to keep the bun as it is, and now I'm going to just style my baby hairs. So I'm going to use this Wildcat hair clay from Johnny's Chop Shop Barbers, and I'm going to take a toothbrush and I'm just going to style my edges pretty much. So here we go. Okay guys, so that is the end of this tutorial. I really hope that you enjoyed this one, and if you did, please be sure to let me know. Give this video a thumbs up, comment, like, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I would really appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Keep smiling. I love you all so much, and I will see you all next time. Mwah! Bye guys.